Why are wives divorcing good husbands still in 2025? And how you can stop it.
That's right. The key word there is good husbands. These aren't the pricks that beat their wives, cheat on the wives. No, these are good husbands, good, hard-working men. And I'll tell you something, it's not cheating. It's not money problems. There's a real big underlying reason why husbands are getting blindsided by divorce. I'm going to go through some facts about why that happens. But more importantly, we're going to go tips how to steer away from getting down that dodgy, dark road.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And why are we going over this? Well, my name's Craig Madden. I'm a stress relief coach for hardworking dads. And over there is Tom Cockrell, an empowerment coach for husbands out there fighting against frustration. And we are the voice of men's mental health. And we just want to be here to help those men out there to stop these breaking relationships and stop anything like that. So if you want to, you can reach out on our Facebooks in the description or the bio. And then you can reach out to us and just say something like action or help. And we'll get back to you and we can go through a program that will change your life. But let's get straight into some facts, shall we, about why is this a problem?
Don't forget, if at any point you enjoyed the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit subscription and ring that notification bell. If you like what we do, like the idea of what we're supporting, then please feel free to support us. We'd certainly appreciate it. Won't we, Craig? Okay, so fact number one of the biggest reasons why women are divorcing men is because they're feeling neglected. Now, this isn't something that just happens all of a sudden. This is something that will sneak up on a marriage. And I've seen it happen time and time again. Like a lot of the time when you have children as well, adds to the pressure. You stop becoming a husband and wife and you just focus on being mummies and daddies. It's very easy to drift apart, and that's what according to the marital trends report of 2025. And I tell you something, it is something that needs your attention. We'll be covering this over the tips, but your wife feeling neglected is one of the reasons why they have eventually enough. They feel defeated and they need to get out of that marriage.
And fact two is 68% of women that have filed for divorce have stated it is because their husband are showing lack of leadership within the relationship. And you can find this for the Institute of Family Studies. This isn't actually great because a lot of the time in modern era, men are now getting confused. They're getting conflicted with in society itself. Like, we're trying to let others lead and the woman take more of a leadership role within inside the family, but as it says there, 68%, and we're in 2025, of women leaving and just felt like the man wasn't taking any sort of leadership within the relationship. This needs to change. And men, you shouldn't be scared to lead because of what society's telling you. You need to learn when to lead, and also a typical leader will know when someone else should take the reins if it's that best situation.
It is documented that women often decide that they're going to divorce their husband up to 6 to 12 months before even telling the husbands that they're going to divorce. That means they're emotionally clocked out. That means they're just sorting out how they're going to do it, when are they going to do it. And at that point, the husband will probably still think, yeah, everything's a bit fine. I mean, the marriage isn't always like tip top, but we're getting by. It'll perk up in the future. By that point, it is too late. If you're sat there thinking, oh my God, like that sounds like my marriage, it means you need to take action absolutely immediately.
So exactly, if you want to stop a slow drift into disaster, these tips will really help you now as we move on to how to stop these marriages breaking down when a man most of the time doesn't even know they're breaking down.
Yeah, so tip one, and do all these tips are going to be really easy, by the way, really minimal effort. But tip one is check in with your wife daily. Ask her, how are we doing right now? How can we make it better? That is such an easy tip to do, but it's such those little bits of effort that you put here and there throughout your days, throughout like parts of your day. It really shows emotional care. And when you ask this, you're not just saying, oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm all right too. Like, really actively listen to her about her day. Make her feel heard. Make her feel acknowledged for what she's saying. Have your input and actually have a discussion about it. Like, it's so easy to get overly comfortable when we get married. But with this sort of tip of really checking in, actively listening to your wife can produce such amazing results you would not believe.
And tip two is lead with small, consistent actions. This one I absolutely love dearly to me, because the problem with the modern society is men feel like they can't have any control in a relationship. Well, that's incorrect. You're both a partnership. You're both a married couple that have taken vows that you will love each other and do anything for the rest of your life. Don't fucking forget that. So men, it is okay to say that you've planned dates, you've done things, you've taken considerations, you've taken control and led by example and by leadership within as a man in a masculine way. Show that love and compassion and show the journey that you can progress through with your wife. But women want you to show them that you love them. As Tom's just recently said, most of the men don't even know that the relationship's going to end. So do not miss the little things. Plan things, be that leader, be the man, and support her in every way you can.
Beautifully said, Craig. And tip number 3 is avoiding all distractions during connection time. Now, I mentioned this when I talked about tip number 1, about when you're actively listening. That's right. It really benefits you to avoid those distractions. That includes putting your phone away, turning the TV off, and really having some one-on-one sort of connection time. Now, sometimes you might do this over, like shared over a meal where you can really conversate. It could be sat on the sofa with a cup of tea. It could be going for a nice walk. Me and my wife today, we went out to Fort Park. That was like our special date day. The kids went to school, they were livid, they didn't come, but we are husband and wife as well, and we've got to make time for each other. And when you're waiting in those queues for the rides, guess what, we had great conversations, and it just made that experience joyful. Like, once you really sort of dive into each other's lives and really sort of get into an emotional connection, that marriage just makes it seem so much easier. She's not your wife, she's your best friend. And it's like, it'll be a pleasure to have these conversations, to have these emotional connections with someone that you can really open up with each other about. It's absolutely bloody beautiful, and I recommend you put that tip into place.
Yeah, that is wonderfully said, and I absolutely agree. And tip 4 just nicely moves on to where we sometimes forget about is look after yourself, not just your marriage, because as you look after yourself, you are looking after your marriage. So very confusing, I know, but let me break it down for you. The first thing that we sometimes do is that we think about, what does my wife need? What can I do? What's the best thing I can do? And a lot of divorces maybe because they start seeing you as somebody that's become unattractable, or somebody that's just not looking after themselves, somebody that's lazy, somebody that's procrastinating. So remember, you can't fill from an empty cup. So make sure you look after yourself. You go to the gym, you strengthen yourself, you look like a leader. You look like somebody that if someone was going to attack through the door, you could actually attack back and not run upstairs and cry. So remember, look after yourself. Also, not just physically, but emotionally as well. If they can see you as somebody that's emotionally strong when the kids are breaking down the family dynamic because they're having a bad day, bad day at school, they come home, they need you there, not as the person that screams, shouts, and then walks off like, fucking kids. They need you there to go, kids, listen, mummy is angry and this is why. And they see that you take leadership once again with the children. They will then start feeling closer to you because they know that they can rely on you because you've looked after yourself as well. So don't forget that final one, because a lot of people will end up trying their hardest to impress and impress and impress. And then when their wife walks out the door, they look at themselves in the mirror and think, I haven't actually looked after myself. So don't forget that.
Yeah, absolutely, Craig, 100%. And just remember this, the most important thing that you take away from this video is divorce doesn't just happen. It is a silent, slow killing disease that just will finally end it off. Like some people say, like, cheating cheating ends marriages. It doesn't. It's normally the build up to that point where it got cheated. That's just the executioner, and there will be an executioner, but you got to understand these damaging things that happen to your marriage, and you've got to take action on them today. And I do challenge you to do at least one of these 4 tips, and you will see benefits within your marriage. Like, instantly you'll see like it coming into effect. You'll see progress. You'll be like, holy shit. And it was so simple as well. It was so fucking simple, and I just didn't think about it, but now that I know it, how simple it seems. And we've all been there, okay? We've been there, we understand it. That's why we do this, what we do now, isn't it, Craig? Whew.
It is, absolutely agree. And like, I completely agree. And I have to reiterate what Tom said. You just need to put one of these into practice and you'll see an example of how much you can help. So putting all 4 into practice, once again, will help as well. And share it with your wife as well. Don't just watch this video and think, okay, I'm going to do these 4 things. Tell your wife that you've watched the video, this is what you think you could do as a couple, and then work together as a partnership. Both of you try all 4 tips and you'll see how good you can become as a relationship. Because let me tell you, this is my final point. There is nothing in this world, and I mean nothing, that can break the traditional family, not even society itself. So keep strong, keep working hard. You need to protect what you've got. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Craig Madden. Over there is Tom Cockle. As I mentioned at the beginning, I am a stress relief coach for hardworking dads, and Tom Cockle is an empowerment coach for husbands husbands out there that are feeling frustrated. So please reach out to us. We can merge our communities together and we can speak to you on a one-to-one basis or however that may look and help you from zero to hero, only in a very short period of 12 weeks. By the way, you can find those links for Facebook in our YouTube description or our YouTube bio. And as you can see, we're always smiling. We have got there, man. We just want to remind you that it was tough for us, but we got there.
Yeah, that's the important thing. You can change it today. You can take action today. Do not think the damage is like permanent, because it can be fixed, and I have faith that you will fix it. And if you have enjoyed this video at any point, if you like what me and Craig support, what we do for a living, then please feel free to like the channel, hit the subscription and ring that notification bell. It will certainly show a lot of support of us, and also leave your tips about what you do to improve your own marriage. Have you been in this situation before? We're very interested to hear about what you lovely ladies and gentlemen have to say as well. Beautiful.
Exactly. And hey, there's some bloopers in the minute. Enjoy.
Probably.
So I was just, you said useless at work. To us, you can reach out to our Facebooks.
Facebook 2020.
Women that has filed for divorce, has filed for divorce.
Of 2024. Sort of tip of really checking in, actively listening to your wife.
And tip 2, which I really like, is lead by your ball. Women love ball. Women want you to take some sort of leadership, and that
is avoiding all distractions. And tip number 3. I was distracted.
Very quickly, only in a very short